Welcome to the Chop Team. I'm your host, Seth the Dart Child.
I'm your host, Twins Inc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our Barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Yo.
Seth the Dart Child, how you doing, my brother?
We're enjoying this wonderful day that God has given us.
Oh, you good. I know you're trying to hear yourself. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. We good. We're live in here, live and direct. Welcome to the Chop Team, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Twins Inc. with host
Seth the Dart Child.
Bum bum bum. And if you've been listening to the show, once again, we do live recordings every Sundays, 3 p.m. ish. Episodes drop on Monday morning for all the podcast listeners. So make sure you tap in, tune in, follow, support, search the Chop Team, and everything will pull up from there. Mm-hmm. But we want to jump right into this conversation today. And we like to have a little conversation before we start the show. So it's not, we didn't actually plan this out, but we just sit down and chop it up. Because most of the time, you have to understand, this is a barbershop style podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And most time, if you ever been to a barbershop or a salon, you go there either once a week, once a month, if you're a woman, whatever. And then when you go there, you have conversation that happens throughout the week. Mm-hmm. Like, man, did y'all see what this? Did you watch that basketball game? Did you hear about this? So this is kind of like what we're doing here today as well. Mm-hmm. And as you see the topic, war, reality check. And there's a lot of things going on in the world, and we're not really going to touch specifically on the war overall, but we do got to have this reality check. Mm-hmm. Seth the Dart Child, what do you think about that, my brother?
No, I mean I'm with it. Listen, it's a lot of things going on in the world right now. I am not capable of having a geopolitical conversation about the causes of the war, the political aspects of what should the UN be doing. We're not doing any of that. We're like I say at the barbershop. This is ground level conversation. What do you think? What do you need to understand from a ground level? And why are some people acting the way they act as if war, if you sign up for certain things, what's to be expected of you if you sign up for it? I mean, if you volunteer for it, shouldn't you, do what you volunteered to do?
So with that being said, there was a TikTok video that went viral this week. And it was a young lady who signed up for the army. Mm-hmm. And what's going on in the world today, there is a possibility, a high possibility that we may have to go into war, maybe World War III. I hope not, but just never know what's going to happen, especially with who our president is. But anywho.
Well, it's not just that. Listen, for all y'all, I want to add this as a rabbit hole before we get into it. Listen, I am scared too a little bit because they don't talk about World War III when America invaded Iraq and Afghanistan. Nobody was talking about World War III. When we was looking at Iran with nuclear weapons, nobody was talking about World War III.
No.
When North Korea, we were talking about fighting North Korea, nobody was talking about World War III.
Facts again.
But the fact is, when people of a lighter complexion start fighting in Europe, it tends to get everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Wow.
People with them lighter complexions start getting into it, and all of a sudden, I'll blow up the planet. I mean, you hear none of this when they was fighting in the middle of the Congo, though. Just saying.
None of that stuff, right? But once again, once it's another European country,
yep.
Now it's about to be everyone's gonna be on edge now.
All the people with the lighter complexion don't know how to play right.
Right. So anyway, just keep that in mind. What he just said, there's all facts. If you look at the last 30 plus years of when we invading, killing XYZ, World War III was never a conversation that could happen with us going to war. Mm-hmm. We've been with 9/11, 2001, right?
20 plus years.
No, we've been fighting, shooting, killing, bombing, XYZ, but it never evolved to World War III.
Nope.
For all that time frame that we've been over in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, so back on the main topic. So there was a young lady who posted a TikTok video, and she was very emotional about the situation, saying that a lot of people won't have empathy or sympathy for her because she didn't really want to go into fights. Like, she signed up to be in the Army, but she didn't think that there's a possibility that she will have to go to war. And she's going, and she used the Army for her college means. You know, it's funny. I saw a post today. Black women are the most educated women. But anyway, the reason I said, because
we're gonna put a pin right
we'll
there.
Put a pin right there.
We're gonna swing back to that in a little bit.
Because it's funny, because once again, this lady, she made it very clear. The only reason why she went into the Army is for the free education that she was getting, the benefits. But she's in finance, so she's not even she's not really just trying to go to war. Like most guys who really go to war, like they might do like a plumbing job or maybe computers, maybe whatever. But they're really like, I'm ready to go to war. I'm ready to shoot somebody. I'm ready to die for this flag. Rah, let's go.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
She's like, no, I'm going. I don't want to be a trigger puller. I want to get an education and work in a back office somewhere. That was her plan.
Right. So now, once again, as I stated, now there's a possibility she may go to war, and now she's like in her feelings a lot. And it goes both ways. You know, I'm on both sides. I feel that she has the right to be afraid. She has the right to be scared, right? But at the same time, you have to take accountability because you signed up for this. You signed up to be in the Army.
Yes.
And the main thing, the main job, the main thing you have to do in the Army is a possibility. If there's a war or something that have to go, you have to go and fight for this country. You will be the first line of defense.
Yes.
There will be no, what do you call this, selective, whatever it is.
Selective serve, the draft.
No, there's no draft. You signed up for it, so you first to go. Just point blank, period. Now, of course, there's benefits of you get college, tuition. If you live to your late 30s, you can retire in your 30s, get all these great benefits. Cool. All that's great.
Really nice.
Really nice. But there is a chance that you may have to go to war. And I really can't feel too bad for you because you signed up for this.
Yep.
I didn't sign up to be a police officer. Not that I want to be one, but I know there is a high chance that I may not come home. I know there'll be shootouts. All crazy stuff happen. I didn't sign up to be a firefighter because I know at one point of my night or day, I have to wake up 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, anytime the alarm go off and go run into a building of fire. Hopefully they pull someone out and I make it out. Me and my crew, my guy. But that's what I signed up for.
Hey, 9/11, 3,200 ran into them buildings to save people. They did not come out. That was the job.
That was the job. Like a plane flew into the building. They pulled up to it. The buildings, they could look up in the sky and see smoke in the sky and stuff falling down. And we got to go in there.
And that's their job.
I don't know what they're going to try to do because if the fire is 100 stories up, we don't got enough hoses to go and spread that far up.
Doesn't matter. That was the job.
But thank you. But that's the job. So they went in there and rest in peace, their souls. But a lot of them didn't make it out. But they knew what they were signing up for. So this is a reality check, ladies and gentlemen. This is really a reality check conversation. Don't be signing up for these jobs and for these great benefits if you're not really to do the main job that's required.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, and I just want to, and once again, reality check. This war, in my opinion, is a worldwide reality check. Seriously. We've been coddled since the end of the Vietnam War, Korean War, because I don't even count the Desert Storm wars or nothing like that.
Right.
Real talk. We've been coddled to think that there is no penalty for the life we live. Right? I would say 40 years ago, 50 years ago, no one would sign up for the military expressly not to fight. No cop. I can't even imagine a cop signing up to the police academy thinking, oh my God, I can't wait to be a meter maid. No, you might be a beat cop. You might have to patrol the gang districts. You might get killed on the job. Nobody is going to the police academy without fully understanding the job might cost me my life. Right? Now, you might not ever be put in a dangerous situation like that. But that's beside the point. You took a job, this young lady specifically, but I know some guys are at home crying too. You took a job specifically.
Hold up. But nobody cares. Go ahead.
But
So I have to throw out there because mind you, if it was a guy out there, just think about it for a second. Imagine if that. Don't forget your thought.
They would have.
But imagine if there was a guy who was on social media pouring his poor heart out that he's scared and afraid because he started to be an accountant as well. But man, the comments say, man up. You're a man. Suck it up. You'll be okay. You signed up for.
You're a PUNK.
Right. All this stuff. But when a woman does it, I feel for it. I understand.
Y'all need to take into account that we got families.
Just once again, y'all been beating on top of our heads that one, you're the most educated. I don't need no man. I'm all good by myself. So equal rights and all that stuff. So now it's time to go to war. When they call the names or group that you're in, they're not looking if you're a male or female. It's
nope.
Squadron A, go.
Ride out.
We ain't saying Squadron A, men. No. Squadron A, everyone.
Yep.
Reality check. Wake up.
Yep. And once again, this reality check is pretty big because, we're going to move off of her for half a second, but I still want to make sure I say this one more time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This, what she just did it should have been embarrassing for most of y'all strong, independent women, black or white. I don't care. This is a reality check. This is for everything that y'all have been fighting for the last 50, 60 years with quote unquote, feminism. Ladies, this is that reality check. Okay. The whole time y'all have been fighting for equal rights and everything, we haven't had to put boots on the ground in a real way. And we might not right now, but Mr. KS, the Godfather, said this a little while ago. Winter is coming. Just because it didn't happen in the middle of a snowstorm, this is winter. This is real talk. What are you going to do when the barbarians are at the gate? A war is literally barbarians at the gate. And when it's time for y'all to be strong and independent, it's been really quiet on. Listen, them YouTube streets is real quiet on a whole bunch of this stuff right now.
Really quiet.
A lot of people not posting a lot of stuff to the internet like they normally would because winter is coming. This is winter. And even if you survive this, you don't get to say, well, we would have been strong and independent and fought. No. We talked about this last week where they evacuated the women and children from the country, but they told all the men to stay and fight. If there's a draft right now, no woman is in the draft in America, but you still want to fight me for the same equal rights. But if it's a war, you guys don't have to get drafted. If you ain't willing to fight and die at the same rate we are for what we believe in, quit trying to sit at the same table. You ain't bringing the same thing to the table. You ain't willing to fight for this country, you go sit at the kiddie table. All right? Ain't that how you doing on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. No, the adults sit here, kids, y'all go over there. We talk about adults.
Exactly.
But
I really wouldn't ever, pray to God, I'm not in the mood for WW3 either. Right? But the truth of the facts is COVID showed America its weak points. The number of people that lost their jobs, more people of a feminine persuasion than a male persuasion lost their jobs. The beer bug hurt females more than it hurt males because our survival and your survival is different. Okay? But you was able to almost bounce back out of it until now you're looking at a war. And once again, World War III, them Europeans don't do things the same way other people do. They don't. This dude over here, let's call him Vladimir. Let's call him Vladimir. He doesn't like losing, right? He doesn't like losing. And he has at his disposal items capable of causing a heck of a lot more problem than a minor inconvenience of not being able to go outside the house. Right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure if he's afraid to use them. I really don't know. But if it is a bright flash in the night and the world change overnight, really, reality check. Are y'all prepared to do what you need to do to survive? Are y'all really prepared for that? Because I don't see it. I had a conversation months ago with another person on this channel, and I told her that what do you do when the lights go out? How prepared are you to defend what you consider your own? On the world that men have built for women, this is straight KS. I'm not quoting him, but this is his talking point. The world that men have built that allows y'all to do this crazy stuff for the last 50 or 60 years, it could go away with a push of a button. And when that goes away, and when there are no laws, there are no rules, it's every person for themselves. Y'all do know how that turns out for y'all, right? Are y'all prepared for that? That's walk off of that for half a second. But yeah, seriously, if you make the phone call to 911 and no one comes, y'all prepared for that, right? Y'all strong and independently ready to deal with that situation, right? Because a Birkin bag ain't got a whole bunch on the AR-15.
Not bulletproof.
It will not slow it down.
No, not at all.
Just a thought. So this that reality check. Winter isn't coming. You want to say something before I just go all the way down into the boring part of inflation?
I just want one thing I wanted to say that when we was talking about the draft and the men all had to stay. If you want to hear about that conversation, that was our previous show. It's called Gear Grinder. Mm-hmm. And we're doing a series on that. So that's episode of that, which will have random topic discuss. We're gonna, got to grind our gear on this one. Like, what? This what happened? We're gonna talk about it. But that one was last week's conversation, which will be actually playing today on YouTube and to Monday on the major platform if you're a podcast listener. So tune in, tap in. Mm-hmm. Back to a scheduled conversation. Set the start, continue.
Well, I'm just saying, okay. So if y'all don't actually know this, once again, reality check. This isn't just about you. This isn't just about volunteering to do something you're totally incapable of doing.
Right.
Because you thought the benefits outweighed the consequences until the consequences could include you dropping over into a war zone when you were only in it for finance. Listen. I'll be honest with you. I can't get over that part either. Listen, when you're a cop, you sign up for police work. And when you're a fireman, you sign up for fire work. You might have to deal with emergencies like that. When you're a plumber, you are going to do some stinky, nasty, disgusting jobs.
Right. Like you thought you was gonna walk in someone's house with a plunger and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, fix. Okay, $200 amount. No, you're doing the things that we as average people couldn't do. You have to maybe go under the crawl space, whatever. You might have to go into the pipes. You might have to pull out long ass thingy and squeeze it and pull it out and use your hands. All that nasty stuff.
It get even worse because let a septic tank bust.
Oh shit.
Let a sewer pipe. Oh God. Just a thought.
The smell too.
Oh my God.
Before you even get to touch it, the smell is going to hit you first. Like,
yep.
And what you going to say? Well, I didn't know I was going to be. You got to do this.
So when you sign up to be a plumber, you sign up to be a plumber. You don't get to just have I'm just going to go in the house and use a plunger jobs. Right. When you sign up to be an electrician, you could die because you will be working around thousands of volts of electricity in a lot of different situations, and one mistake could electrocute you. When you sign up to be a lumberjack, you could think you can cut down all the trees you want, but if it falls the wrong way, or I've seen videos of this. Man. You know how they put the belt around their waist to climb the tree?
Yes.
And they cut in the tree and the tree split. It'll cut you in half. Look it up. Lumberjacks have some of the most dangerous jobs in America. Look it up. Them big truck drivers, you think you want to drive a big old truck around the winding mountaintop in ice and snow? Come on.
Listen, and think about this as far as reality check. Listen, this is reality check.
Mm-hmm.
Being a truck driver is cool. You get a job all over the world, right? Go many places. But what a lot of things people don't tell you is that you have to drive long hours.
Mm-hmm.
You have to drive 12 hours straight. You probably can do longer, but you're legally required. You have to sleep at 15 hours. You gotta sleep. But you gotta do your crate by a certain time frame. But anywho. But the point I'm trying to get is, yeah, it sounds good driving around until you have to start driving around and you're tired, one. And two, if you live in Atlanta, Georgia, you know, people in Atlanta can't drive.
Rush hour traffic.
You're going to deal with traffic, people cut in front of you, brake checking you, and you might be carrying gas behind you. You could be carrying all types of heavy tons of weight. You can't really, you're trained this. Think about this for a second. This is training. You're taught this. If you're in a car accident or someone about to do XYZ, whatever you do, keep going straight.
Yep.
Do not veer off.
Do not swerve.
Do not swerve. If somebody pull in front of you, keep going.
Yep.
Because you'll make it worse by trying to swerve. It's worse.
Exactly.
And you go on YouTube and type in truck and accidents, and you see it. They can tear up a whole. I seen a car get smashed. I ain't seen no body parts, but people were dead because everything was all in the air. The car was gone, and the truck was still going.
Yep.
But once again, that's what you signed up for.
That's it. That's reality check.
That's reality check. And also don't factor in the weather.
Oh, yep.
When it's raining, snowing, they don't care if it's rain, snowing. I need this crate, this freight, whatever it is, delivered by this time frame to this location. If you don't do it, you won't get paid. I don't care what you got to do. Make it happen. Reality this is your job. You signed up for this.
Yes. And see, so that, once again, when I say reality check, that's exactly what we're saying. There's a lot of stuff that y'all take for granted. Of course, are there women truck drivers? Yes. Are there anywhere equal numbers of men versus women? No. Women plumbers? Yes. Equal numbers? No. Firemen? Yes. Equal? No. I mean, there's you guys don't want the hard, dirty jobs, but you want the word equality without the actual responsibility of equality, and that's fine. So we're gonna move off of that. You sign up for jobs that might require you to do something, and you don't want to do it.
That makes no sense. But go ahead.
Yeah, but the other reality check of the world that's coming. Once again, winter is coming if it's not already here. Inflation. I'm gonna say this. Inflation was up 7% last year. Early this year, I'm not sure. So let's say I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. Let's say you had $100. Inflation went up $7, 7%. That's $7. So now your $100 is worth $93. You got a raise at work for 3%. So now you actually make $96. Technically, you make $4 less this year than you did last year. And that's if you got a raise. Your $100 is worth less. And it's getting worse. I stopped and got gas on my way here today. $4.07 a gallon. Last week,
how much?
$4.07 per gallon.
That's what you paid?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Last week, when I came over here to do the show, last week, it was $3.49 a gallon. It went up 57 cents for 1 gallon of gas in 7 days at the same exact gas station. I did that on purpose so that I have those numbers.
Okay.
Are you prepared to accommodate that increase in cost of living? Do you realize that if the cost of gas went up, the cost of bread went up also? Cost of milk went up. Cost of fake hair, weave, nails, all of that went up. That's reality check. This is war.
Cost of food's going up.
Mm-hmm. I
mean, war. I don't go shopping, but I hear it all the time. Every time my wife goes shopping, it's like, you can't believe the price is going up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what that means to me? I got to pay more money. But guess what? I signed up for that when I got married and had kids because everybody got to eat. I can't be like, you know what? I ain't going to feed y'all today. No.
Nope.
I got to do this. No one cares that I have 4 mouths I have to feed.
Nope.
Man up.
Ain't my business.
Man up. Man up.
So ovary up.
It's the same concept. I don't want to hear, well, you the man. Okay. You know what? I am the man. You're right. I am the man. And you are an army person who signed up for that job.
Mm-hmm.
Salute. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Yep. Go fight.
Go take them L's. It ain't life is full of L's. I told somebody in the conversation, life hands out way more L's than W's. It hands out way more L's. Some of your W's are big enough to make up for all the L's you'll take. Like getting married is supposed to be a huge W. It's gonna make up for a whole lot of those L's you'll take down the road. That's gone. Reality check. That's gone. Now getting married is an L for the most part for most people. So that I don't even want to go there. That's a whole nother gear grind
topic, which we probably talked about many times already. People probably I can see people writing eyes right now. Oh, here they go again. This marriage stuff.
We're not even going there. I don't even care anymore. I'm so
hey, listen.
My life.
And the funny part is the people who roll eyes never been married. I mean, they never so they don't understand. They claim they know how it is, but you never been there. Oh. Like, yeah, like have you died before? Do you want to try it?
Hey, one second. And I volunteered for marriage the same way she volunteered for the military. I signed up for whatever came down the line, and I had to deal with whatever came down the line because I signed up for it.
Facts.
Life hands out a lot more L's than W's.
Yeah. So people can feel like, well, I do feel bad for you, but you signed up for it.
You signed up for it.
It is what it is. And it's like, you're right. So I got to deal with the consequences. So get ready to hopefully listen. We don't want to go to war. At least in America, I don't want to get hit with nothing. What Putin say? I mean, not Putin. Yeah, he said that. He said America will be hit with something that we have never seen in history. That sounds scary as hell.
Yeah,
he pretty much hit it. He pretty said, "Nigga, try me if you want to." That's like what he said.
And we really spoiled. So we want it. We done got everything we ever wanted. Yeah. What else you got?
You're like, good. Listen, go ahead and help him out. I dare you. He's like, try and find out. No, I don't want to try and find out. At least not now. Shit, I gotta take care of 3 women and my son.
Oh man, you ain't have to go there.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Wife, grandmother, daughter, my son, and me. And he's only 8. He can't lift nothing. Not right now. He's going to learn very quickly though. But that's what I signed up for. And guess what? I gotta figure it out. No one cares. No one's coming to help out. Says it was I like Seth, stay there. You better off staying there because you come over here, you probably gonna die.
Hey man.
It's kind of like a zombie apocalypse. Like you're better alone.
No. Hey bro, I don't plan on surviving the zombie apocalypse anyway. I'm too old and fat for that. Listen, it's too much work to survive. I'm just gonna go out like a soldier though. Get it? I'm going out like a soldier. Anyway.
Shots fired.
Just saying. But no, for real. Like I say, it's a reality check. I think I'll say this as a closing statement. Listen, the gifts this generation since when did the Vietnam War end? The 70s? I mean, the early 70s?
I couldn't even tell you.
I mean, think about the world we've lived in for the last 50 years that we've pretty much taken for granted. And America hasn't had a war fought on this soil since the Civil War, okay? I mean, not war. We had the war with Mexico in 18. You know what I mean. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right. Major death of Americans in the war, right? Mm-hmm. Since World War II, man, we don't know what it feels like.
I don't want to know neither.
But this interconnected world that we happen to be in, honestly, when the trucks stopped flowing from Canada, our bills went up. When COVID hit and these ships couldn't be unloaded at the docks, our bills went up. Our standard of living went down. And now, the cousins over there, the blue-eyed, like bandits who fighting amongst each other over there in Europe, they're going to cause our bills to go up, right? All I can do is pay those bills. Are you prepared to pay the price to be the boss? Because reality check, you signed up to be strong and independent. You strong. You wanted to be strong black women. You don't need no men. This is what you signed up for. Now, reality check is it might be time to pay the bill.
So, just remember this: anything you decide you're gonna sign up for, apply for, do, understand the whole entire process what comes with it. If you're going to be a cop, just know it's a possibility you might get shot on the job. If you're going to sign up to be a firefighter, just know you got to run to a fire building. If you're going to sign up to be in the Army, you get ready to go to war. If you can't swim, don't sign up for the Navy, right?
Exactly.
Just something, you know what I mean? If you don't like being, or what's the Air Force? If you don't like being in the sky, don't sign up for the Air Force.
Exactly.
Because these are some things you're going to have to do. That's the main thing of them. Navy, water. Army, land.
Exactly.
Air Force, air. I mean, this are things you're going to have, like, this common sense. I'm afraid of heights. So guess what? I would never sign for the Air Force. I don't care how easy they say it is. I'm afraid of heights.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. And I don't want to be the ones playing. I could swim, but I don't like water. And I'm afraid of drowning. So I would not something to be a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I know it's a basic training. You got to jump. You got to learn how to float for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes, just dog it, whatever. And some people die during the training. So that once again, reality check. I don't know. There's nobody who's gave these conversations to you. Hope you pay attention now. I'm pretty sure when they sold you on becoming an Army, they sold you, oh yeah, you might go to war, but we've been warring forever, so don't worry about it. But you get these great benefits. You get your Camaro, you get your Jordans, the starter pack everybody get when they go to the Army. Yeah. But there's always that slim chance that there might be a chance you have to go to war. And sorry, thank you for your service. I wish. Yep. I wish people wouldn't kill people, because at the end of the day, we're all people. Mm-hmm. I don't care what color you are. We all breathe the same air. Mm-hmm. We all need the same water. The base thing. We all need the same thing, regardless. And we killing each other or what? But I'll land my plane there. This is a reality check. I pray that we don't go to war, so the young lady doesn't have to go to war, because hell, if I was in the Army right now, I wouldn't want her on my team.
Oh no.
I wouldn't want her on my team. I don't want her to cover my six. See, I'm not an Army. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? My 7, my 9, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want her on my team. Because you know what? Somebody said earlier too, how embarrassing that it looked for the women as a whole, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine how embarrassing it made the Army look too. How weak it made them look. Because at the end of the day, she's still a part of that. She swore. She's still a part of that flag. She signed up for that, and it makes them look weak. Even though it's her, but overall, it doesn't matter. One bad apple, right?
Bruh, if I was her CEO and I seen this video, I'd have her. I'd
discharge.
Like, yeah, you up out of here. This ain't for you.
Because now, if you have friends and family who are in the Army, Marines, whatever, they got their own internal beef against each other. Mm-hmm. Not real beef, but it's like, Army think they're better than Navy think they're Marines.
That rivalry.
Mm-hmm. And now I can hear them now. Oh, look at y'all Army. Y'all scared to go fight. I can hear them now.
They just waiting to be roasted.
And that's for the internal people. So if you have no one who never served in your family, then you wouldn't understand. But I have family members in my family who serve, so I know what that means to them. Regardless how the world going is, they fled, they pledged, they served, they did their time, XYZ, and they're proudly to say, I served. You know what I'm saying? It could have been 20 years ago. I served. And I can't take nothing away from them. You did something that I will never do. Hopefully, I'm not ever forced to neither. Mm-hmm. But I'm done there, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning into the Chop Team. This is a great conversation. I hope you understand the reality check that we present today for everyone across the board, not just the young lady, but everyone else. Mm-hmm. But I hope you understand the reality check. Everything is not peaches and creams and sunflowers and butterflies. No, there's some dark side to everything that you do. There's always pros and cons. Seth?
I think that's about it. Once again, this isn't a gear grinder per se. It's a reality check. The world that we've taken for granted for the last X number of years.
Yes.
That could be going bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And are you prepared for that transition? Because once again, KS said it and he still meant it. Winter is coming. And I don't even like waiting for the shoe to drop, like, oh, the bad side. But the truth is, man, a lot of folks just done gave up on common sense, common decency. And now when it's time to pay the cost for it, you crying in a car, blubbering. I signed up for finance. This isn't what I wanted to do. And why did you sign up for it? Why did you ask for something you didn't want? feminism. Why did you sign up for something you didn't actually want?
Because I want to be part of the most educated. I was smart. Well, you got outsmarted here.
Way to go.
You thought you were smart, but you wasn't smart enough because there's always a chance. But anyway, we're done.
Yep, we're done.
Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.
Peace.